Well, this isn't an angle I have shot from before. Anyway, good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. It is December 20th. I finished rearranging the presents last night and I think it looks so much better. Today's a big day. Well, big day for me, not really for you. We are going to be tackling the garage. Now, that has been my Christmas work center this entire time. Actually, my battery is flashing. Hold up. Alright, so we are back. But yeah, so I rearranged the gifts yesterday. How do I show it? There. I'm happy with the layout, the spread of it, and like the evening of prints. But today, again, is a big day for me, so more than you. Our garage has been my Christmas work center, or like the North Pole, or Christmas workshop, Santa's workshop, whatever you want to call it, for the past month, maybe even month and a half. And so it's a mess in there. There's Christmas everywhere. There's glitter everywhere. There's flocking everywhere. So today's the day that we're going to try and tackle it and try and get it back to some kind of normalcy. Another thing too is that I need to figure out where I'm storing all this extra Christmas stuff. I have a ton of extra stuff from Christmas wreaths, mainly because I didn't finish like 5 or 6, like 5 wreaths, I think. Not 6, 5, maybe even before. 4 or 5 or 6 wreaths this year that I had planned to. I just got overwhelmed, I got exhausted, and I got burnt out. And so I'm just going to save it for next year. No harm in that. That way I can still have some income and some money generated next year. Also, I tried to go to the store the other day and there was absolutely no Christmas decor. Like, they were wiped clean. And so it's just crazy because typically I like to go to the after Christmas sale and try and pick up as much as I can, but there was nothing. There was like nothing to pick up. So I'm glad that I'm able to save some of this decor for next year. That way I can still do wreaths next year because it was so popular this year. My arm's getting sore. Another thing too, I just heard back from the photographer from my headshots, and she's gonna get the edits done, completed, and then she should be able to get it over to me in a couple of days. I did end up opting into getting 2 additional shots, which was $50 more. And so it's a total of $200 for 3 images. They're high resolution and they are retouched, so I don't know if that's a good deal or not. I would like to think it is, but I had emailed a couple different photographers prior to that trying to get quotes and to see if any of them had a studio for me to shoot in, and I had a quote that was like $95 for 3 retouched shots. And so the fact that I'm paying $200 for 3 retouched shots is just a little crazy to me, but it's okay. Like, I'm just trying to just remember, like, it's for my business, and at the end of the day this is just gonna better me, and that in the long run $200 will be nothing. But I just know maybe for the future not to recommend this photographer, or if you're willing to pay for it. I mean, they're good shots. Nonetheless, they're really good shots. So, but anyway, I had my cup of coffee. I'm going to drink some water. I do have another Crystal Light coffee. Well, it's Crystal Light caffeinated Crystal Light that I also want to drink. That way I can like be fueled up and ready to go. I have about like 5 Vlogmases that need to be uploaded. So we need to work on that a little bit later. But today we're gonna tackle that garage. Also, what are your thoughts on my hair? Typically, I like my hair product to be a little bit more like seen. Not seen, but like it kind of almost looks like I don't have hair product. Well, it kind of does. I put a little bit more. But like the first time before I put more in it, it looked like I had no hair product. And I guess that's a look. Like, some people do like that. I do like that it's moldable still. Like, I could run my fingers through and it totally still be fine. But there's another one that I use. How about I just show you? So these are the 2 hair products that I use. They are by the brand Paul Mitchell. One is the Clean Cut Medium Hold Semi-Matte Styling Cream, and the other one is Reformer Stronghold Matte Finish. Oh, this is a texturizer. No wonder. It has almost like a gritty feel to it. I personally really like this one. And I'm just running low on it. I did reorder a new one because this is my second time using this red one, and I just personally don't like it. So I ordered another one of these. Sorry, it's really hard to open with one hand. But but I'm running low on it, and so I wanted to savor it until it's like an important day. That way I can actually use the product I like for an important day and not like a junky one. But this one's not junk, it's just a different look. Now that I'm looking at it, it totally makes sense. And I ordered this one instead of ordering another one of these because it's a strong coat, and I don't mind a strong coat hairstyle, and so that's why I thought it was going to be okay. But now that I'm reading it, it's a matte finish, which makes it seem like there's no hair product in your hair. It's just kind of like a natural. I find like matte is a little bit more natural-ish than a semi-matte. And it's also a texturizer, which means it did add a lot more volume to my hair than this one does. So I don't know. Both are good, I guess. It just depends on what kind of style you're going for. But I have to thank my hairstylist because it was because of my hairstylist that she introduced me to so much Paul Mitchell product. And prior to her, I never really cared what I put in my hair, like in regards to like styling products, hairspray, shampoo, conditioners. Like it all didn't matter to me. I was like, my hair is men's hair. I don't have hair on the sides of my face. I'm literally taking care of this like little sliver of hair. It doesn't matter. And so then as she like is doing my hair and she's like educating me on my hair, like I feel like it's so important to ensure that you're putting the right products in your hair. I don't know. Another thing too is that I have been loving, and I shared with you folks this in a haul. This is the Soothing Clear Turmeric Mist. I love just spraying this like randomly in on my face throughout the day, or I spray it in the morning. And I kind of just let it all set into my skin. I don't know, I think it's definitely been helping. I do have a few breakouts, but this was prior to me starting this mist, and so I'm hoping that it's going to help my skin. But another thing too is I just noticed in the camera my hair is looking really brassy. I haven't toned it in a while, and I've been really hard on my hair this Vlogmas because I've been doing my hair every day during Vlogmas, so that could be why the toner is washing out. I don't have another appointment to do my hair until January, so we're gonna deal with this brassy mess for a while more. So this is the one that I have been loving as of lately. This is the Crystal Light Peach Mango with caffeine. I absolutely love this stuff. It's so good, and I can barely find the Peach Mango anywhere in stores. So once I did, I ended up buying like 6 boxes. So I'm stocked on this for a while, and it's about 10 per packet. I try not to have a Crystal Light. I consider the Crystal Lights caffeine drink almost like an energy drink, and so I try not to have too many of these like within a week, and so I try to only limit it to when I know I need the most caffeine. And then I just typically take 1 packet and throw it into a water bottle. Now obviously the bigger the water bottle, the more water that you put it in, the more dilute it's going to be, or the less water and smaller water bottle that you put it in, the stronger it would be. But I just use a 16 ounce, and I feel like it gives me a good enough balance of flavor. Some might say this is too strong, so they would want more water in it, but I personally like that strong flavor because I don't like water. I know that's really bad to say, but I typically don't like to drink water, so I like a stronger flavor. But I try to just drink this almost like an energy drink or coffee. I don't consider this like the same level as coffee. I do think it's more like an energy drink than coffee. And I say that in the sense of being bad for you. Now, I don't think it's bad in the sense of like calories or anything. I just think in the sense of ingredients, it does contain aspartame, which some may say is bad for you. So I try not to drink too much of it. But wait, is it aspartame that's bad for you? I think. I can't remember. There's something that someone was saying that is in Crystal Light that's bad for you. And I can't remember, and I'm pretty sure it was aspartame. But I could be wrong. Anyway, let's head over to the garage. And I think I showed this in another vlog, but we have all this Christmas decor. This whole box full of Christmas decor. This entire table full of Christmas decor. There's all this mess here, all that Christmas decor. I do have some Christmas decor that I was supposed to return this year, but because, like I said earlier, they're all sold out, I think I'm going to keep this and just have on deck in case I need to do more wreaths next year. But it's just teal, silver, and white. And then I have a navy blue and gold one here. I think this color combo is so pretty. I have that, and then I have a black, red, and silver set too. So I'm thinking I'm gonna keep that. I have these Christmas lights that need to find a home. They basically light up. They were brought in by Target last year, I think, and they didn't bring them back this year, so I'm glad that I have them. And then I have a few extra Christmas wreaths here. There's one in that bag, 2 here, and then a few more in this back box. This one was one I made like years and years ago. This is not my style anymore. Again, it's still really pretty, but that's just not my style of wreaths. I typically like them a little bit more full. So I was going to just redo this and sell it, but I didn't get around to it. I mean, I could have sold it as is, but it's just, again, not my style. Sorry if you can hear a vacuum. I think one of our neighbors is washing their car. But then I also have all this Christmas decor here. This is like extra picks over the years that we have bought during after Christmas sales that are just extra and not really our color scheme. So I do need to fill this up with some of this other stuff from this year that I bought just for wreaths, and so now I'm just using this bin to store kind of like my wreath decor. But yeah, so there's just a bunch of stuff everywhere in this garage, so I just need to try and organize it and get it back to where it used to be. I actually think on my vlog channel, linked in the description box, make sure to go check it out, I did a full-on series almost, like trying to organize it. It took about 3 days just to try and get a home for everything that was in here, and that one was even crazier. So right now there's just Christmas decor everywhere. That time that we cleaned it, there was just everything, a bunch of everything everywhere. Like, I don't even know how I found a spot for everything. It was just all over the floor, and you could just not even walk in here because there were just things everywhere. Again, we kind of just use our garage more of storage than we do an actual garage. Clearly, you cannot park in here. So it took a while to do that, but it was really fun. I don't know if I uploaded all of the videos, but I'm pretty sure I did. I can't remember. I feel like when you start creating content, it just all kind of just blends together and then you kind of forget. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get to this. I don't know what kind of clips I'll get. I'll try and do some montage and some like fast forwarding clips for you folks. That way you can kind of see. But again, it's just trying to find a home for anything. But I'll definitely keep you updated throughout the process and kind of just share with you like updates and how I'm progressing. It's about 10:30-ish. I wanted to start at 8, but I just could not get up this morning. That's been like my struggle lately, is getting up. Like, I tried to get up on an alarm, but it's just not as, like, I feel like my body's not receptive to an alarm. Like, it needs to naturally wake up for me to actually have energy. But I had a coffee, I had my crystal light, so I think I'm good, and let's just power through. I just wanted to quickly show this because I was pretty impressed by what I created. But I basically just took a old garland box. This is what the garland, when you order things online, come in. And I kind of just took an old piece of cardboard and just cut down like little dividers. Now, I'm sure I could buy a container to organize this all in, but this is all for Christmas wreaths and not for my own personal Christmas decor. And so eventually, well, I don't know, because there's a lot. There's this whole box here. But eventually, I will get rid of all of these decor pieces. So I didn't think it made sense to invest into something like real. So I was like, this is a good temporary thing to kind of just organize different ornaments. And yeah, I was pretty impressed. And so I thought I'd share. So here is the final organized box. I didn't tape any of the dividers in because I didn't know how much space I was going to need for each type of ball. There is quite a bit of space on top, so I don't know if I make it smaller and then put more balls in here, or like what do I do? I think I might do that, but I have another box like this that I plan to put balls in too, so maybe I'll try and do that box first, and if there's not enough room, then we'll come over to this box. But I think it's pretty cool. I don't know, I thought it was clever to try and keep everything organized. I do have a bunch of like leaf stuff here that I think I'm going to put in Ziploc bags. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure this out as I go. Here's an update on the table. I was able to get rid of all the picks, well, not get rid of. I was able to find a home for all the picks, so now it's just like these random pieces that I need to try and find a home for, but we are making progress. Also, I have to say, if you do not own a label maker, I would highly recommend to invest in one. I personally like the white labels over clear. I just feel like sometimes you can see them better, but some people like clear so you don't see the labels at all. I don't mind seeing the labels, so yeah. And also white is a lot cheaper than clear for some weird reason. I just came up with another little helpful tip when it comes to packing up Christmas decor. Now, previously on my ribbon, I used to put a rubber band on it, but I noticed this year what the rubber band was doing, it was creating like a crease on the ribbon. I don't know if you can tell. But some of them, the rubber bands are way too tight. It creates a crease. And so I did not want that to happen this year. And because of the texture of the ribbon, tape doesn't typically stick well to it. So what I did was I cut little 1-inch slivers. It's 1 inch by 12 inch, or wait, by 11 inch. It's a piece of paper that I cut long ways. So it's 1 inch by 11 inches. And then I kind of just wrapped it around the ribbon and then just taped the paper shut. And then that way it just does not move. And I did it to all of my ribbons. Sometimes if there's only a little bit left, I would take them off of the spoolie, because sometimes the spoolie just takes up way too much space. But if it's almost like a brand new ribbon roll like this, I will keep it on this. But again, if it's a little bit, I take it off and just store it like this. It takes up less space. So I went ahead and added a ton more balls in here. I kind of tightened up the spaces and added a whole new section of mixed silver, because this was actually in another box and I didn't have enough loose balls to fill that other box, so I decided to just add it into here. It also was great that I filled it higher, because what was happening when it was lower was when I tried to close the box, all the balls were mixing, and as you can see, because of the shape of the box, the balls are starting to mix already, but that's okay as long as it's mainly in sections. I am happy. And then here's box number 2, and it is filled to the rim. This has a divider because at the bottom there is loose red balls, and there was just too many to put into Ziploc bags, but too little to put into like one of these container things. Another helpful tip when packing up Christmas decor: if you have smaller items, I recommend putting them in Ziploc bags, or if you have a little bit of things, I would recommend putting it in bags. Like for me, I had only a little bit of these silver balls or random silver pieces, so I threw this into Ziploc bags. They just take up a lot less space than storing them back into their plastic container. Or if you have a lot of balls, what you could do is just turn a whole entire bin into balls, like just dump all the balls and mix it all together. For me, because this is like my business stuff, I like to keep it separate. Even like that other bin, the bin that we had the dividers in, they were separated because I just need to be able to quickly grab a particular ball and not have to like dig and search for it. But if it's your own personal collection, go ahead and mix all the balls. Some of them I did keep in these plastic containers. Like underneath here, you can see there's still some containers, because sometimes if a client doesn't have enough ornaments, or if they need ornaments, I can kind of just pull from my own personal collection and then charge them the price on the container. Most times there's a price on the container, or I'm pretty familiar with the pricing as well. But that way I try to keep some that it can fill a whole bin. Like this one has like 3 or 4 balls missing, but for the most part it's all there. That way if I need more ornaments for a client, I can just pull this whole thing and then charge them for a container, instead of like figuring out, okay, well, I used 5 balls, how many can I charge them? You know what I mean? Again, just storing things in Ziploc bags, it just saves a bunch of space. I also kept these little pieces. This actually came with the garland, and this is usually what you use to secure garland to things. But I liked it because this year, when I needed to secure like a topper, or like a Christmas tree topper, or secure things to trees, or even wreaths, and you just need it better secured, but you don't want it visible. Like typically I would use a zip tie, but zip ties you can kind of see sometimes. These are great. They're really long. They're actually double this length, so it's like wrapped and bent. That way it's still invisible, not invisible, but it's not visible, but it's securing your pieces to whatever you're attaching it to. It's a wired piece, and this wire in here is like super tight, so it's really nice. So I have all this in here. Again, this is just ribbon that I did the whole paper trick to, but I'm glad everything fit in one box. I thought I was going to have 3 boxes, but I actually only have 2. I have this one and then that loose ball bin. I am going to be keeping out these loose leaves here. I do have one more wreath to do in January. It's actually a funeral wreath, and so I thought I'd just keep this out. That way I can include this in here. It's not too Christmassy, but it's definitely going to fill the wreath with a lot of greenery. And then I just have these boxes, these tall boxes that the leaves fit in perfectly. I have 2 of these, so I'll put another one here. And then I just have another box with 2 wreaths. And then this raffia wreath base. So I'm a sweaty mess, as you can see. I'm also a glittery mess. I have glitter everywhere on me. But I'm happy to say that I finally was able to get through all of the Christmas decor. Now the garage is not exactly where I want it to be, but the Christmas decor is put away. And it's so crazy to think that like in about a week or 2, no, maybe not a week, maybe 2 weeks to 3 weeks, this space is going to be full of glitter again, because we're going to need to take down our Christmas decor and put all that away. And so it's going to be another crazy show. But I just want to give you an update of how the garage looked. Again, this is nowhere near ideal, and I still have things that I need to do and things that I need to put away, but for the most part, Christmas decor is gone. Also, if you hear any noise, that's my laundry and now doing laundry. But this is where the table used to be with all the Christmas decor. I do have a few things still here, but this is from our current Christmas decor. And these balls I need to figure out a home for. They're just really, really big and bulky to store. And then this is a box that I store our wreath in. And then in this bottom bin, this has all of our home decor. So anytime we put out, and during the holidays, during Christmas, I pull all the home decor. I put it in a bin, and then that way we have space for our Christmas decor. So all this is going to need to go into the house to redecorate our house, and then we'll put more decor into here. So that's why I kind of just left this on top, because eventually we'll fill this bin with things. I'm glad to say that like you can fully see the floor again. I do have 2 trash bags full of stuff that I need to toss. I can't believe how much packaging and rubbish that I created during the process. And then this table where I was making the wreaths is empty. Again, I do have a few things here because I do need to make a funeral wreath for one of my aunties who recently passed away. So there's these flowers that we had as decor, and then some that I found in bins. There's also this really pretty, it almost looks like a poinsettia that I'm going to try and put into the wreath too. So I did leave these 2 out. And then this is just for my event planning business. So there's still a lot of stuff on this table, but for the most part, Christmas is gone. So the washer got really loud in there, so I just decided to come in here and end the vlog festive in front of the Christmas tree. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas Day 21 of December 20th. I'm so dumb. 2021 Vlogmas, we're gonna do so much better, both on uploading, both on staying on the right schedule. But thank you so much for watching and continuing to support my videos and continuing to watch my videos. I absolutely love seeing your comments and hanging out with you folks, and I'll see you folks in tomorrow's vlog. Bye!